A New York jury found him guilty of lying to investors and stealing billions of dollars from customers of his now bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange, FTX. Prosecutors accused Bankman-Fried of stealing about $10 billion of customers' funds to make risky investments, buy property and fund political campaigns. He faces a maximum sentence of 110 years in prison. The verdict comes almost exactly a year after FTX collapsed into bankruptcy amid an $8 billion shortfall in funds. The US Attorney General Merrick Garland says the verdict should send a clear message that no one is above the law. The collapse of one of the world's biggest crypto exchanges has shaken investors' confidence in digital assets. Susanna Streeter is Head of Money and Markets at Hargreaves Lansdown. She tells us more about the impact FTX's collapse has had on the crypto industry.
We have seen a rally over the past year, Bitcoin up by over 100%, although since this conviction has dipped back from some of the highs it reached earlier this month. Certainly the focus right now is still on what the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States is going to do when it comes to trading exchanges, but also the potential for spot Bitcoin futures funds to be authorized going forward. There's a lot of speculation about that, which is partly what has fueled this big rise that we've seen in Bitcoin of late. Certainly, there is some expectation that the SEC will give that approval, but generally, the SEC has been moving to take much tougher enforcement action against exchanges, which it believes should actually be regulated more in terms of other more traditional financial firms, which is why you've seen a lawsuit pursued against a number of exchanges in the United States because they haven't officially registered as a broker, particularly Coinbase. So that, I think, is still going to have some kind of a downward pressure potentially on the market, but also with the speculation that perhaps the SEC could approve these spot exchange spot funds in terms of future trading. That may continue to provide some upwards pressure. I think there's going to be some kind of concerted effort more globally to try and ensure that there's more of a level playing field. There is, of course, given the FTX implosion, a real concern that far too many investors have been drawn in and have lost money they simply couldn't afford to lose, particularly during a cost of living crisis raging in many countries. Regulators are increasingly concerned that these waves of speculation encourage investors to put money into these very, very volatile cryptocurrencies.